everyone. It's good to be here once again. You're welcome to today's webinar on the topic Money Rules for Everyday Life. I'm Enobong Ekarika, and I'll be guiding you through 40 practical money rules that can help you improve your financial health and reach your financial goals. In this session, awesome people will cover essential tips for savings, for budgeting, for avoiding debts, and planning for the future. These are the everyday strategies that anyone can implement no matter where you are in your financial journey. And by the end of this session, awesome people, you will have a solid framework, to make better financial decisions, avoid common mistakes, and still build habits that will lead to long-term financial success. Let's dive in, awesome people, and start mastering your money. You're highly welcome. You're highly welcome. So before then, we'll take our mantra, the uncommon man. The uncommon man. And after our mantra, we'll continue with our topic. So we'll read the uncommon man together. Awesome people. All right, let's take it together. And it's from the book Common Sense, written by Thomas Paine. It's just to serve as a reminder that we were made to be uncommon. We were made to be elite. We were made to leave footprints on the sands of time. So let's take it together, awesome people. I do not choose to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon. If I can, I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a door. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, this with God's help I have done. Can we take it this point again? It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, This, with God's help, I have done. Thank you. Thank you, awesome people. Now let's get back to class. All right, you're welcome back to our topic today, money rules for everyday life. And we are learning practical tips for financial management. Practical tips for financial management. And like I said earlier, my name is Enobong Ekarika once again. Now let's look at our topic. Now, why is smart money management essential for everyday life? Why is it essential in everyday life? Awesome people, in today's fast-paced world, effective money management is more important than ever. And it goes beyond simply earning and spending. It's about creating that strong financial foundation, that enables you to live comfortably, achieve your goals, and prepare for the future. I can tell you, awesome people, that poor money habits can lead to stress, it can lead to debts, it can lead to limited opportunities. And while smart financial decisions give you that freedom to live the life you want, and great people, when you manage your money wisely, it always helps you weather your financial storms. It will help you seize new opportunities, and ultimately you build wealth over time. So great people, this webinar will equip you with the actionable rules and strategies to improve your financial well-being and make informed decisions no matter where you are in your financial journey. So what are our key learning points today? We are going to look at importance of setting clear financial goals. Now, without goals, managing money can feel aimless. And by setting clear financial objectives, whether it's paying off debt, whether it's saving for a vacation, whether it's planning for retirement, you give yourself a target to work towards. And financial goals can actually help you stay focused, it can help you stay motivated, and making it easier, to prioritize and make smart decisions. Now, let's give an example in this case. An example is, instead of you saving randomly, you could set a goal to save, okay, 1,000 naira, 100,000 naira for an emergency fund in the next 12 months. Now, if that's your goal, this will give you a concrete plan to work with, and this will make your effort more structured and effective. Now, another thing we'll see is developing good habits for savings and spending. Now, building wealth and financial security doesn't happen overnight. Yes, let me repeat myself. Building wealth and financial security doesn't happen overnight and is a result of consistent habits. By cultivating good money habits, what happens? It's like saving a portion of every paycheck tracking expenses, avoiding impulsive purchases, and you see yourself developing financial discipline that will always lead to long-term success. Now, let's look at a tip here. Small, consistent actions like automating your savings or reviewing your budget monthly can make huge difference over time. And good habits does what? Protects you from overspending and helps you save more. Now let's look at long-term benefits of sound financial planning. Long-term benefits of sound financial planning. Now, financial planning is about preparing for the future, whether it's retirement or unexpected expenses or major life goals. That means by having a plan in place, what happens? You reduce financial anxiety and you give yourself that roadmap to success. And I can tell you that long-term planning helps you to avoid financial traps. It helps you minimize debts and it helps you grow your wealth steadily. Now, what's what's the benefit of having a solid financial plan? Now, the benefit is that a solid financial plan can actually help you to retire comfortably. It can help you pay for your children's education. It can help you buy a home without overextending your resources. And it allows you to make confident decisions about where you want to allocate your money and how to handle future challenges. So thank you, awesome people. I believe you're ready for us to go into details of our 40 money rules for everyday life. Thank you so much. Let's get to the next slide. This is an interesting quote by Peter Drucker. He says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Now link it to your finance. Link it to your financial life. The best way to create your future is to create it. That means if you want to be financially stable, you create it. Even those that are poor and don't have money in their pocket, they created it. So create a very financially stable life is in your hands, good people. And with the rules we are looking at today, we are going to bounce them and actually have a very positive, prosperous, financially stable future. So Peter Drucker said once again, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Now let's start with our rule one. Rule one says pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. What do we mean by that? Set aside a portion of your income for savings before spending on other things. A lot of people, as soon as money comes into their hands, they just want to settle, oh, their cousin, settle, do so many things, do this bill, do that, do that. No, no, no. Pay yourself first. And how do you do that? Set aside a portion of your incomes for savings before spending on other things. And before spending your paycheck, just allocate a portion to your savings. This will ensure that you're consistently saving for the future rather than relying on leftover money at the end of the month. I believe you've got the picture. Save first before you spend. Don't spend before you save. Very important, very, very important. Rule number two is create a budget. Create a budget. Now, a budget helps you to track your income and expenses, giving you that clear picture of where your money is going. So track your income and expenses to stay in control of your money, and this will always help control your spending and ensure that you're saving and investing regularly. Create a budget. Don't just spend because there's money in your pocket. Don't just spend because there's money in your bank account. Always have a budget. It helps you to track your income and expenses. Now, number three is avoid unnecessary debts. Avoid unnecessary debt. Now, only a debt, as in, only take a debt when it's for investment or essential purchases like a home. So, good people, borrowing money should be reserved for investments like education or a home that can increase in value over time. And it, going to debt should not be for luxury items or for non-essential items that actually depreciate. Remember, we said only take a debt when it's for investment or essential purchases like a home. Thank you. Now let's get to rule number 4. But before then, let's take this quote by Warren Buffett. He says, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." That is to confirm rule 1, pay yourself first. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after savings, by Warren Buffett. Very critically important and true. Now let's look at rule number 4, 5, and 6. Rule number, please hold on. Please hold on while we get this right. Rule number 4 says build an emergency fund. What do you mean by that? Set aside enough money to cover 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in case of emergencies like job loss or unexpected bills. And this safety net will actually help you keep you from going into debt when life throws surprises your way. I can tell you, life can throw surprises at any time our way, but the best way we can survive and not be crushed by life's unexpected experiences, events, is when we have an emergency fund. Your emergency fund should have at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Just have it saved somewhere. 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. It will go a long way to do what? Survive. It will go a long way to help you, manage storms of life and unexpected bills. Now, number 5, live below your means. Live below your means. I don't know if there's any gain in living beyond your means, but live below your means. It tells you that you should spend less than you earn. And how do you do that? Avoid unnecessary purchases and just make sure you keep your expenses lower than your income, because this will leave rooms for savings and investing in the future. So spend less than you earn. It will help you avoid unnecessary debt. It will help you have something to live for the future. You'll be able to have something to use for investing in the future or even for savings. So live below your means, or some people. That's rule number 5. Now, rule number 6, automate savings. Automate savings. What do you mean by that? Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment account. And this will make saving effortless. And then it will ensure that you won't forget to be, or you're tempted to spend that money. I can tell you, or you can do things like insurance. Just go for an insurance plan. Go for an insurance plan that, and then set it up. Automate the transfers or the savings. Automate it that every month, even if you're earning let's say 100,000 naira, for instance, You can automate that as soon as your salary drops, maybe on 25th of every month, 10,000 naira is debited to your savings account, possibly with the insurance company. Okay, take up one is always very, very good. It's very, very good to automate your savings. We have some interesting apps that I also have. I automate some savings. I do that every day. It saves 500 naira. It will just automatically debit 500 naira from my account into that savings account. I want to check for the name Piggy Vest. That is Piggy Vest. You can download the app Piggy Vest, set up an automated savings plan. You can make your own even 100 naira a day. It's still fine. Just do that and you'll be surprised how much such will help you. Okay, now let's get to the next one. Number 7, interesting. See our young man having the time of his life. Impulse buying. Impulse buying. Cut down on impulse buying. Cut down on impulse buying. What do you mean by that? Before you make non-essential purchases, good people, take a step back. Okay? Waiting 24 hours before deciding can actually help you avoid buying things you don't need or you regret later. And you can save, have good what you can go to the wherever, the store, the market, with a list. Avoid impulse buying or cut down on impulse buying. It goes a long way to give you money saved in your account, money saved for investment. Cut down on impulse buying. That's rule number 7. Now, rule number 8, pay off high interest debt first. Now, if you have multiple debts, or some people, focus on paying off the ones with the highest interest rate first. And this will save you money in the long run by reducing the amount of interest you pay overall. So pay off debts with the highest interest first. Okay? Thank you. Number 9 rule number 9, make savings a habit. Make savings a habit. Now, even if you can only save a small amount regularly, the key is to be consistent. And over time, this small savings will add up and grow through compound interest. Like I said, I use the app Piggy Vest and I save 500 naira every day. It automatically debits 500 naira from my account saved. I can tell you that my app had helped me in so many ways. There are times, in fact, it saved an emergency fund for me because I can access those funds anytime I have an emergency. And then, like I said earlier, the insurance plans, we have several great insurance companies in Nigeria, like the Hayes Insurance Company. Get there to UBA and create your insurance account. Get to First Bank, get to almost all the banks in Nigeria. They have an insurance company running. quote says, money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. This is a quote by P.T. Barnum. Money is an excellent, is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. We can use this just as this will confirm the point that we said earlier. That is like point number, I'm coming, let me get there. It will help you in all the rules we have raised, like cutting down on impulse buying, pay off high interest debt first, make a habit of savings. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. This is a quote by P.T. Barnum. Now let's get to the next slide. Still on 40 money rules for everyday life. 40 money rules for everyday life. All right, rule number 10, track your net worth. Track your net worth. What do we mean by that? Tracking your net worth means that your net worth is the difference between what you own, that is your assets, and what you have, which are your liabilities. So monitoring this will help you see whether you're making financial progress or you're falling behind. So track your net worth, or some people. Rule number 11, prioritize needs over wants. Prioritize needs over wants. That means that you should ensure you're meeting your basic needs like housing needs, food needs, and transportation before spending on things that are more for fun or luxury like gadgets or entertainment. First of all, sort out your needs, your accommodation, your food, your transportation. Okay, prioritize those basic needs first before you think on spending for fun or luxury, okay, or even for entertainment. Now, rule number 12 says, use cash for discretionary spending. Use cash for discretionary spending. What do you mean by that? When you use cash for things like dining out or entertainment, you're more aware of how much you're spending, which helps you prevent overspending compared to using a credit card. So that means use cash sometimes. There are times it's better to use cash. Use cash when you're going out or you want to spend, because it will help you control your expenses compared to a card, which you could just keep inserting your card and making more and more payments. So use cash for discretionary spending. Now let's get to the next slide. Number 13, rule number 13, save windfalls. Save windfalls. What do we mean by that? When you receive extra money, or some people like a bonus, like tax refund, or a financial gift, resist that urge to spend it all. Resist the urge to spend it all. Save or invest a significant portion, to make that windfall work for you in the future. I believe you got the point. Or some people, you receive an extra money, a bonus, a financial gift, a tax refund, or whatever. Always resist the urge to spend it all. Save from it, save it, or invest that amount, something significant. Make it work for you in the future. Now, learn to cook at home. It's common here to see people who will probably tell you they don't cook, they don't cook, they don't cook, that it's stressful. But I can tell you it's cheaper, it's safer, and you'll be able to save some more money for your future. You'll be able to reserve money for your future. And how do we do that? Take advantage. Eating out can be expensive, but by cooking meals at home, you actually save money and you can have more control over what you eat. And this can always lead to healthier choices. Now, let's look at rule number 15. Use coupons or discounts. Please take advantage of coupons. Take advantage of loyalty programs. Take advantage of sales. This can help you save a lot over time, and I can tell you these small savings on regular purchases always add up. It always add up and give you something very interesting and good for your future. Now, let's get to the next slide. I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki. He says, financial independence is about having more choices. Financial independence is about having more choices, by Robert Kiyosaki. Interesting quote. You have more choices in life, in whatever you want, whatever situation you are. That's one interesting thing about financial independence. Now, let's get to rule number 16. This is an interesting rule, and I know some people will argue with me. You're free to argue. Please put your point in the chat box. Put your point in the chat box. Why did you accept rule number 16 or you don't? Just put your option in the chat box. Let us hear what you have to say in the chat box. Or some people. Rule number 16 says, don't lease or buy new cars. Don't lease or buy new cars. Why are we saying this? It's because new cars actually lose value quickly, and that is depreciation. So buying a reliable used car is often a smarter financial choice. And leasing is often more expensive in the long term than buying a car and keeping it. That means you can buy very good quality used car and you still have the benefits, almost like buying a new car. I can tell you in Nigeria, we have categories of cars which we call Nigerian used. We have the ones we call tokumbo. That means used outside and brought in. The key is that one of the ways you can actually, one of the rules of money management is don't lease or buy new cars. You can go for those sound, reliable used cars. Buy them is often a smarter financial choice. And then leasing cars is more expensive in the long term than buying a car and keeping it. Rule number 17, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Now, put money into learning new skills, into getting education or training that will help you increase your earning potentials. And this investment can always pay off in higher income down the road. So, invest in learning new skills. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Thank you. Rule number 18 says, take advantage of employer benefits. Take advantage of employer benefits. I can tell you, I work with a pension fund administrator, and we meet people on a daily who are not interested in planning for their retirement, even when their employer offers such benefits to them. But also people, if you have opportunities to enjoy employer benefit. Take advantage of it very well. Okay, if your employer offers benefits like a retirement plan, health insurance, or tuition reimbursement, make sure you're maximizing those perks. Or some people, because many people leave valuable benefits on the table. So take advantage of employer benefit. Now let's get to the next slide. Rule number 19, don't fall for lifestyle creep. Awesome rule. Don't fall for lifestyle creep. Why are we saying this? Because as your income increases, it can be tempting to spend more on luxury items or upgrade your lifestyle. Instead, keep your spending at a reasonable level and save the extra income. Did you get the point? Or some people, should I repeat myself? Don't fall for lifestyle creep. Please, there are times in our lives when our income increases and the temptation to spend more on luxury items or to upgrade our lifestyle. You see people buying newer cars, people, buying more dresses, spending money on more shoes, more, things. Instead of you spending like that, please keep your spending at a reasonable level and save that extra income. Rule number 20, have a financial plan. Have a financial plan. Now, set clear financial goals like savings for retirement, for buying a home, or paying off debts, and create a plan to reach them. Review this plan regularly, to make sure that you are on track. Have a financial plan. Rule number 21, be cautious with credit cards. Yes, using credit card can actually be convenient, but always pay off your balance in full each month. So carrying a balance accrues high interest charges, that can quickly get out of control. That means you should be cautious with your credit card, or with even using credit cards at all. Be cautious. That's rule number 21. I love this quote by Will Rogers. Will Rogers said, too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. This is truth. If you can clap hand for Will Rogers, please do so. He says, too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. Now, let's continue with rule number 22. Rule number 22 says, save for big purchases. Save for big purchases. What do we mean by that? Rather than financing large purchases like electronics or vacations, with credit, rather save up for them, and this will help you avoid paying high interest and ensures that you're not spending money you don't have. Okay, I can tell you, if you go on vacation or you buy some electronics with maybe money on credit, I can tell you, you won't have as much fun as with the money you actually saved for it. So save for big purchases rather than going for credit to get them. Now, rule number 23, avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Be careful of investment opportunities that promise quick and guaranteed returns, because they are often risky or fraudulent. I will advise awesome people that you stick to proven investment methods that build wealth over time. It builds wealth over time. That adage is so true. They say If it's too true, if it's too good to be true, then it is. If it's too good to be true, be careful. If it's too good to be true, be careful. Now, let's look at rule number 24. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets like investment or property put money in your pocket. Liabilities like loans or credit card debt take money out. Now focus on acquiring assets that appreciate or generate income. Okay? Make sure you know the difference between assets and liabilities, and then focus on assets. I love this quote again by Warren Buffett that says, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. Let's take it again by Warren Buffett. He says, the best investment you can make is investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. All right. Now, let's get to the next slide. Rule number 25. It says insure against risks. Insure against risks. Now, what do we mean? We talked about insurance plans earlier. It's very important. Protect yourself from financial hardship by getting insurance for your health, for your home, for your life, for your car. Insurance can save you, or some people, from paying large amounts out of your pocket when things go wrong. Please take advantage of insurance plan. Take advantage of life insurance for your parents. If you're from my part of the country where burials are big deals, big events, I can tell you, you can have a proper burial, a very massive one for your parents, if you can start a life insurance for them. Just keep doing something, life insurance for them, and anytime they pass on, you'll be paid a good sum of money which can sort a lot of bills in preparing for your burials or other things. Take advantage of car loans. Please go for that. Life insurance, go for home insurance, fire insurance, health insurance. Make sure you insure against risks. Okay? Then rule number 26, diversify your investments. Diversify your investments. Now, what do we mean by this? Don't put all your money into one investment type. Spread it across different assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, to reduce the risks of losing everything if one investment performs poorly. Okay, diversify your investments. Like I said, don't put all your money in one investment type. Spread it. You can go for stocks, you can invest in bonds, you can invest in real estate, you can even do another business. This will help to reduce that risk of losing everything if one particular investment fails or performs poorly. Then rule number 27, don't try to time the market. Trying to predict when the stock market will go up or down is risky. Instead, invest consistently over time, and this strategy is often more effective than attempting to guess the right time to buy or the right time to sell. So keep investing, keep savings consistently over time. Let's get to our next slide. An interesting quote by Dave Ramsey. He says, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where your money went. So, very good and interesting quotes for us. Rule number 28, know your credit score. Know your credit score. Or some people, what do we mean by that? Your credit score actually affects your ability to borrow money and the interest rate you pay. So check it regularly and work to improve it by paying your bills on time and reducing debt. Know your credit score. Rule number 29, avoid late fees. Now, missing payments on bills or loans can often result in costly late fees and hurt your credit score. So set up automatic payments, or reminders to actually avoid this. Very crucial, very, very crucial. And good people, let's look at rule number 30. It says track your subscriptions. Track your subscription. It's very, very easy to forget about subscriptions like streaming services or apps that you no longer use. So awesome people, regularly review them and cancel any that aren't adding value to your life. Very, very important. Very important. I love this. I love this. Please, awesome people, plan for your retirement. Plan for retirement early. Don't feel you're too young to plan for retirement. At no point, I can tell you, like this lovely couple here having a time of their life. You can have the time of your life at retirement if you plan for it early. Take advantage of retirement savings account with a PFA like mine, pension fund administrator like mine, Crusader Sterling Pensions Limited. You can take advantage, start savings for retirement as soon as possible, because the earlier you begin, the more you can take advantage of compound interest, and this will help your savings to grow over time. It will help your savings to grow over time. Then rule number 32, shop around for better deals. Now, whether you're buying insurance, you're buying a car, you're buying an household item, or always compare tickets, compare prices between different sellers to find the best deal. Which of the pension fund administrators will give you the best of interest, accrued to your account? Which of the insurance plan is most favorable? Which car is most durable but cheaper? Which household item is better? Just shop around for better deals. Very important. Now, rule number 33, prioritize your health and fitness. Stay healthy reduces medical costs and keeps you productive. That means helping you to avoid lost income or high medical bills, and also some prevent helps you to prevent health issues. Prioritize your health and fitness. Great people, we have a long way to go. If you don't prioritize your health and fitness, it can affect you. You may, fall into different health issues, health challenges. Prioritize and take advantage. They said prevention is cheaper than cure. Prevention is better than cure. When you prioritize your health and fitness, you actually prevent health issues. You prevent, the money you would have spent for bills on health are actually sorted out immediately. That's rule number 33. Let's get to our next slide. Now, Publilius Cyrus says debt is the slavery of the free. Very, very true. Debt is the slavery of the free. Avoid debt as much as you can. That's what Publius series is emphasizing. And like we said earlier, unless you are going into that debt for an investment or something that will yield an asset, please avoid debt. So debt is a slavery of the free by Publius series. Now rule number 34, negotiate prices. Negotiate prices. Now what do we mean by that? Whether you're negotiating a rent, a car purchase, or a service, don't be afraid to ask for a better price. Or some people, many businesses are willing to negotiate if you ask. So negotiate prices. It's not demeaning, it doesn't bring you down if you negotiate. Some people feel too big to negotiate, and I can tell you we have some interesting sellers who love such people, because they can, as in it will make them you know harvest more on particular product from you, because they know you won't negotiate, you will pay whatever they ask. But I can tell you, many businesses are willing to negotiate if you ask. So ask, negotiate prices. Rule number 35, stay educated about money. Stay educated about money. How? Personal investment, personal finance is always evolving. So it's important to keep learning about new strategies and tools that can actually help you manage your money better. Okay? Very, very important. Rule number 36 says, avoid keeping up with the Joneses. Avoid keeping up with the Joneses. Please, 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 good people, don't compare your financial situation to others. Okay? Because their spending habits might be unsustainable to you. It could be sustainable to them, but not to you. So don't compare your financial situation to others. Okay? Now focus on your own goals, and it will help save you better in the long run. Don't compare your financial situation to others. Please don't try to be like others. Build your own mansion at your pace, at your capacity. Please don't avoid keeping up with the Joneses. Please, please, very crucial. This point is very crucial. Rule number 37 to 40. Rule number 37 to 40. I love this. It says reevaluate your budget regularly. Reevaluate your budget regularly. Now, what do we mean by this? What do you mean by reevaluating your budget regularly? Your financial situation may change, so adjust your budget accordingly. Review it every few months to make sure it fits your current income, your current expenses and goals. Please reevaluate your budget regularly. Reevaluate your budget regularly. I can tell you rule number 38 is very important. Have multiple streams of income. Have multiple income streams, because relying on one income source can be risky. So consider building side businesses, freelance work, or investment to diversify where your money comes from. So take advantage and make sure you have multiple streams of income. Have been able to have advised some people who argued back, who retorted back that they love to concentrate, they love to be focused. Yes, it's good to focus and concentrate, but I can tell you, multiple streams of income can save you and can give you a better life. Okay, it can give you something to fall back on at a particular time. So or some people don't just rely on one source of income. Don't just rely on one source of income. Number 39, rule number 39 is understand opportunity costs. Understand opportunity cost. Now, when you spend money on something, you lose the chance to use that money elsewhere. So always consider what you're giving up when you're making purchases. Always consider, what am I giving up while making this purchase? Is very, very important. Very, very important. Understand opportunity cost. Now, the last but not the least rule says set specific measurable financial goals. What does it? Make financial goals measurable. Make your financial goals measure. How? Just make sure you set specific measurable financial goals with timelines. You can say, okay, I want to save 50,000 naira for an emergency fund in 12 months. This will help you stay focused and track your progress more effectively. Wow, it's been an awesome time talking about 40 great rules for that's great money rules for everyday life. We've broken down 40. Please, good people, take your time, watch this video again, go over it again, take advantage of all these money rules, and I can assure you, you are going to be a very successful, financially stable individual. I believe we've had value so far. Awesome people, please, I need your questions. Before our questions, please, this is a quote by Warren Buffett that says, someone sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. This emphasizes, this caps what we've been learning. When you follow the money rules, it helps you, and not only helps you today, it helps the future, the children, your generation. It helps, it makes life easy for others. Please drop your questions in the chat box. Drop your questions. I'm here and ready to answer your questions. Please drop your questions in the chat box. Drop your questions in the chat box. Okay, I'm waiting for your questions. You can have the best of life, the best of financial life, awesome people. You can have the very best when it comes to your finances. All right. While waiting for your question, we will go through our class again. We'll round up and summarize our class. So, good people, you can reach us. You can access me at any time. Just send an email to Enobong Ekarika1@gmail.com. Get closer to us. Let's help you manage your money. Let's advise. You can be an advisory, financial advisory for you. Just send a mail to us, Enobong Ekarika1@gmail.com. I believe we've had value today. I believe we've had value. Thank you so much for your time, great people. Thank you, and do have a blessed day. Thank you.